Hello, my bookish friends. Welcome to another video. Today we are going to be letting my prompt jar choose my books for September. I have done my best to kind of jazz up my jar with some fall themed ribbon. It's got like little cotton ball picks on there. If you watched my last video, which was my fall TBR, we filled my cart with all of the books that I would love to read this fall. So now I'm looking forward to kind of narrowing it down even farther for the books that I'm going to be reading in September. I'm thinking I might go with 7. That feels like a good number. And even if I don't read all 7 books within the month of September, that gives me some wiggle room to mood read. Without further ado, let's choose our first prompt. I'm excited. Let's give her a little shake. Let's choose our first prompt. What we're going to get here. I'm nervous. Why am I so nervous? Probably because I don't like being told what to do. Ooh, this might be difficult. Fire on the cover. Let's see what we can come up with. Also, I want to preface by saying I am going to allow myself one pass each month. So if I pull a prompt that I don't like, I can pass on one of them. I was kind of hoping this would have fire on the cover, but it doesn't. I found one with fire on the cover. This one is Finding Lady Enderley by Joanna Davidson Politano. So there's a candle right here and a candle right here. This is a strong option. I found another one. I wasn't expecting to find so many for this prompt. So this is The Burning of Rosemont Abbey by Naomi Stevens, and there's fire. This one is potentially a stretch, but there are fireworks on the cover. Fireworks. I feel like that's maybe a stretch, so I'm gonna put it back. There's also a candle on this children's book that I wanted to read, and it is lit, so there is fire on the cover. This is The Mouse of Amherst by Elizabeth Spires. There's the candle. So I think these are the only 3 that have fire on the cover from my cart. So we have The Mouse of Amherst by Elizabeth Spires, The Burning of Rosemont Abbey, and then Finding Lady Enderley by Joanna Davidson Politano. I'm feeling really drawn to this one, I think, the most. This says, Raina's dreams are all about to come true, but some dreams turn out to be nightmares. This is historical fiction. It does have some mystery and romance in it as well. I think I'm gonna go with this one. Let's be honest, this is so short. It's just gonna be a cute little feel-good read. I know this is gonna get read within the month of September. I might as well just go ahead and add it to my stack and say that we're gonna choose 2 books for that prompt. Let's choose our next one. All right. Houses on the cover. This shouldn't be too hard. Okay, The Burning of Rosemont Abbey definitely has some houses on the cover, so this could be another option. The Westing Game has a house on the front. The Cottingley Secret by Hazel Gaynor has a little cottage on the front, so I would count that. The Mysterious Benedict Society has a house on the cover. So another option there. Gosh, there's so many with houses on the cover. Book Scavenger has a house on the cover. Sisterhood of Sleuths has houses on the cover. The Bletchley Riddle has houses. The Pumpkin Princess and the Forever Knight, house on the cover. I do think I want to save that one though for October. Ogress and the Orphans has houses on the cover. Oh my gosh, how am I going to choose? The Mystery of Black Hollow Lane has a house on the cover. This is just ridiculous at this point. I'm going to put The Pumpkin Princess and the Forever Knight back on the cart because I really do want to read this in October. I think I'm going to put Sisterhood of Sleuths back onto the cart because part of me wants to say these are actually like businesses or storefronts. So I'm going to put this one back. Since this is technically made out of money, I'm going to put this back and find one that best fits the prompt. Since I already have one Christian fiction book, I think I'm going to put this one back for now. I just got done reading a book that's about books, so I think I'm going to put this one back on the cart. I also feel like we already have a book that's kind of creepy, spooky on the TBR, so I'm going to put back The Mystery of Black Hollow Lane. I know that I'm going to be buddy reading this with one of my friends here on BookTube. Her name is Kay. If you guys don't know about her channel, you need to go follow her. I know that we're going to be buddy reading this together, and I'm like positive this is going to be read this fall. So I think I'm going to put this one back just until I talk with her and see when we want to read that together. Between the three that I have left, you can see the houses best on these two covers. So I'm going to put the Bletchley Riddle back. I think from reading the synopses on these, I'm going to go with the Ogress and the Orphans. It just sounds really cozy, really fantastical, and I feel like that is just what I'm in the mood for right now. And I feel like this type of book is great for that transitional period between summer to fall because it's not like super spooky or scary, and it's just seems like it's going to be whimsical, and so I'm going to add this to my September TBR. Time for another prompt. This is so fun. Mood read. I think I'm going to add Anne of Avonlea to the TBR for my mood read pick, just because I am excited to continue on in this series and to jump back into this story. Anne of Avonlea is going to be added to the TBR. Next prompt. Involves travel, which is actually perfect. I was going to need to find a book involving travel because I'm doing Chantel Reads All Day's Read Your Bookshelf Challenge. It's a year-long reading challenge where she gives a prompt for each month, and the prompt for September is travel. I'm pretty sure there's travel in The Hobbit, so that could work. Lost in a Good Book seems like it might be some kind of fantastical travel, maybe. The Bletchley Riddle does have a motorcycle on the cover. Time Site has time travel in it, I'm pretty sure. Yes, this is a time travel adventure, so this could also work. I think I'm gonna go with the Bletchley Riddle just because I have started it already. Okay, so now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we will do 2 more. A book under 200 pages. We'd love to see it. Maybe The Westing Game? Let's see. Yes, this one is under 200 pages. This one has 182 pages. So this is a strong contender. Maybe Northanger Abbey? No, this one has 213. This book actually has 2 stories in one, so it could potentially have one that's not 200 pages. A Study in Scarlet has 135 pages. You know, I've never read Sherlock before, and it does feel like a high priority to me to read a Sherlock Holmes. I also have The Curious Inheritance of Blakely House by Joanna Davidson Politano checked out from my library right now. Since I already have an inheritance story that I could be reading for September, I'm going to put this one back. A Study in Scarlet is going on the September TBR. Let's choose our final book for September. This is so fun. I'm sad that it's ending. Okay. This is one of my favorite things in books. Anthropomorphic animals in it. I do know we already have one that could fulfill that prompt. That would be the Mouse of Amherst, because she does talk. And I did technically use this as an add-on and chose 2 books for 1 prompt. So I could use this to fulfill this one. I think I'm just going to have to call it here because my baby girl needs me. So I will just use this to fulfill the anthropomorphic animal prompt. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 books going on to the September TBR. So just to recap, we have The Mouse of Amherst by Elizabeth Spires, Sherlock Holmes, A Study in Scarlet, The Bletchley Riddle by Ruta Sepetys and Steve Sheinkin, Anne of Avonlea by Ellen Montgomery, The Ogress and the Orphans by Kelly Barnhill, and Finding Lady Enderley by Joanna Davidson Politano. So that is it, my friends. Let me know, which book do you think I should read first? Also, let me know what's one book on your September TBR that you are really eager to get to. Until next time, I hope that you guys have a blessed day, a happy reading month in September, and I will see you either on Instagram or in my next video. Bye.